Holly. Hi, Serena. Hello there. Hi, Stacey. Good evening, everybody. Hello, Helen. Hello there. Hey up, Chuck. Hi, Sue. Hi, Jill. Good evening, everybody. Hello there. Oh, bless you, Stacey. Thank you. Hello, Valerie. Hello there. Hi, Sheila. Hello, Monique. Hello there. Hello, Erica. Good evening. Hello, Penny. Good evening, everybody. Hello, Alison. I'm still laughing, Monique. Good evening, Sarah John. Hello there. Hi, Linda. I always have to say your name full, Sarah John. I always have to say Sarah John. Don't ask me why. Hello, Carolyn. Good evening, everybody. Hello, Brian. How are you, Chuck? Oh, I'm so chuffed with the conservatory, Brian. I really am. I had the burner lit today. Hello, Rizwana. Hi, Belinda. Hello there. How are you feeling, Belinda? Oh, bless you, Catherine. Hello, Abs. Hello there. Hope you feel better soon, Abs. Hi, Susan. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Crikey, that went up quick. Good evening, everybody. I'm just waiting I was just going to give everybody a minute and it went up really quick. Hello, Karen. Hi, Margaret. Hello, Shelley. Good evening, everybody. Hi, Carol. How are you? Hi, Anne. Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all well. I hope Thursday finds you well. Aren't these, Philippa, I can just imagine you using these. I need Corrie to colour mine in so I can frame it. Hi, Janet. Hello, Flower. How are you? Look, Janet, we've got our little people. Hello, Carmen. Oh, thank you, Carmen. Thank you. Hi, Shirley. I've got quite a bit to show you this evening, so I will try and get through as quick as I can. Hello, Pauline. Hello, Eugenie. Hello there. Oh, thanks, Belinda. Hope that medication's helping. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Sue. Good evening, everybody. I'm just giving a couple of moments. Hello, Neat. Hi there. Everybody says hi, Abs. Exciting. It's new release time. New release time. Hi, Kim. How are you, Kim? I need to get Corrie to colour it so then I can frame it. Then I can put it in a little frame in my craft room. It's got to have a frame. Hello, Anne. Hello. From snowy Scotland. Is it snowing? Wow. Hello, Jill. How are you? Hello. It's going to be fun. Hi, Janice. Hi, Janice. Hi, AD. Hello there. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. So I'm going to start pretty soon because Janet Klein is going to go live at 8 p.m. on the Vera Lane studio group. Janet, and I've got Janet and Vera Lane all mixed up then. Janet's going to go live in her group to show her release at 8 o'clock. So I'll try not to keep you too long. I trimmed the Christmas tree today. Oh, wow, Karen. Hi, Roz. Hello there. I'm going full screen. Oh, you poor thing, Serena. Dinner is in and I'm going to wrap items I've sold whilst dinner cooks. You're multitasking as usual, Catherine. Hello, Mary. It's definitely me, isn't it? It's definitely me and Abs. So let's have a look at Tracy and Abs. Is it better on the white? Yes, I mean, look at them. I've got a sardine tin, a wonky pear, and some Wellington boots with stick legs. That actually looks like me in the garden, really. So yes, that really looks like me with my tags, my little flower, and I just love it, which is what I always say, and quirky. I think Janet's captured me there, don't you? I think Janet's just captured me. It's the hair. Hello, James. Hello there. Good evening. I mean, just look at my hair. I mean, that's me all over, isn't it? I think Janet's got me off to a T. But I've got to say, Look at little abs. Look at his head. I'm sorry. They just make me laugh. I can't help it. They make me smile. They make me smile so much. And I'll obviously hold it to the camera the wrong way. They just make me smile so much. Look at Absy's head. I'm now moving it the wrong way, Tracy. Move it down. Look at Absy's head. Oh, I just think he's so cute. So this is little Abs and little Tracy, which will be on her Chanda tomorrow. Isn't Absy's hair fab? Absy's hair's not as good as my hair. That's all I'm going to say. Absy's hair is nowhere near as good as my hair. My hair takes the biscuit. I'm sorry, but my hair takes the biscuit. It's got me to a T, hasn't it? I know, look at Abs. I'm sorry, but my hair beats Absy's hair. I know. Absy's got paintbrushes and his little brayer and his gel plate and his paint. C'est fantastique, bravo. And his little stencil that he uses all the time. But I'm sorry, I've got a soft spot for Tracy. I can't help myself. So those are the giveaways on her Chanda tomorrow. I'll just turn them over so you can see the stamp sets. I think that Janet Klein has captured us perfectly, don't you? I think she's captured us perfectly. But I'm sorry, my hair is just the best. Absy's got the biggest head on the planet and I've got the biggest hair. So I just think they're brilliant. Hello, Archangel. Hello there. Hi, Sue. Hi, Diane. I just think they just make me smile, they do. I just think she's captured us off to a T. So I just think they're hilarious. So I've got to have them framed. So when Corrie's listening, she needs to colour them so I can frame them for my craft room. I need to frame them for my craft room. So what is tonight all about? So tonight is about the Dream and Create event on her Chanda. So we've got a weekend wow with Janet's release that starts tomorrow morning. And then I've got a one-day special tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. So you've got a couple of events to look forward to. So I'm going to start with showing my release. So I'm going to show my release and I will explain to you what's in the one-day special and what's in the separate bundles. I know your wonky pair. I've always had a wonky pair, Sue. Always had a wonky pair. So, well, I've already mentioned to Corrie that I need them colouring so that I can have them framed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the stamp sets one by one. This is my first stamp set. If you've got any questions, please feel free. I'll measure the stamp sets for you so that you've got an idea of cost and what's what you're getting. I know. We need a bin, don't we, Adi? We do need a bin. I need some accessories. I need a bin. I need some vintage pieces. I need some more clothes. I need some accessories so that I can dress myself up. Daycare kiddies are sleeping. Oh, bless them, Karen. Bless them. Hi, Kelly. Hello there. Good evening, everybody. So this is my first stamp set. This is A4 and it's called Winged Bugs and it's an A4 stamp set. So I'm going to bring them in. You can't see this very well because, let me just take that big stamp set off so you can see the size of that stamp set. So we've got a large beetle and then we've got some other winged bugs. And the idea is that you can use this with all of your other release so that it definitely goes with them. So it definitely coordinates with everything else I've released before. Pyjamas, too right, Yvonne. I need some pyjamas, Janet. I need some pyjamas. Yes, exactly, Fiona. So this stamp set itself is, let me just measure that for you, is almost 7 inches in length. That stamp set is almost 7 inches in length, just so that you know what kind of stamp set you've got. And the wings are all separate, so you could add these to your little people, you could add these to anything else that I've got in the range. You can add them to other bugs. So the wings are all separate. Yes, well spotted, Serena. There is, because this is a made up bug. So yes, you could create a bee from it as well. So it's a made up bug. So yes. So the idea is that you can use them with your previous releases. So the idea is you can use them. And I've got a couple of samples for you. Now, I haven't done samples with everything, mainly because there isn't enough hours in the day. So I've done my best for you. So here's one sample. Here's one sample using the It's All Right Hope. I've only showed one stamp set. So this is the first stamp set. It's A4. So if I just turn it round so you can see the A4 stamp set. And this will be in the 1 day special. And this is the first sample I've made. So I'm quite pleased with that. No problem, Miriam. So this is the first sample I've made. And I wanted to show that bugs don't have to be grungy. They can be brightly coloured as well. I don't know whether they're going to be for sale or not, Karen. I'm afraid I'm not party to that information. That's down to AALLandCreate, I'm afraid. So just for the new release, they're available on Hochanda only. So I've just created this sample. And as you can see, we've got some little bugs, which I'll show you afterwards. And we've got the big beetle, which is quite a substantial size. And I've tried to show you some different pieces. I love that text you always add. I love the text. I just love adding little bits. But I'm trying to make it as different as possible. Just so that you can see that the samples don't just have to be cards. They can be different samples each time. And I will post these samples on social media also, just so you can see. And in the background, I've used Abs's new stencil. But I'm just going to show you a few samples just so you can see them. And then taking it more grungy, I've created a grungy sample. Just so that you can see, I've tried to create different samples to appeal to different tastes. Hello, Jill. Hi, Jill. So just so you can see different tastes, different samples, different ideas. Also washi tape here by Abs, just so you can see different ideas with them. And my background stamp from the previous release. So I may do this as a workshop with, I know some people, you know, like different things, but I've also done, I'm trying not to spill everything, I've also done a journal page that coordinates with the bug one. So that bug one coordinates with this one. So just to show that you can have a journal page. It doesn't have to be a card. It doesn't have to be mixed media. It can also, no problem, Madeline. So you can also add it to a journal page as well. And this is where I've added the wings to the other bugs as well, just so that you can see it's added to the other bugs as well. So you can make it into a journal page. So it doesn't have to be just a mixed media piece. It can be a journal page. So I've tried to show some different samples just to show that, just to give different samples. We'll just move that on one side. And then just to show it in a different colour format, just so you can see a different colour format. That's just to show you in the blue. Oh, thank you, Belinda. That's just to show you in the blue. So it just gives you a different colourway, a different idea, just to show you different samples and how you can use them. And again, I've used some of Abs's washi tapes here, just in the background, just so you can see different ideas and different samples, just to give you different ideas with each one. And I'll just lift that up just so that you can see the different samples. And again, I've used one of Abs's new stencils in the background, just so that you can see that. And I can show the samples again, just so that you can see them. I'll just move those on one side and we'll move to another stamp set. Not that I've got anything in any kind of order whatsoever, because I'm in a total mess. So that's the A4 stamp set, and the wings are all separate. The wings are all separate, so you can see them each of the wings are all separate. You've got the word bug and then the bugs are separate, just so that you can see each one of them are all separate, just so that you can use them in different samples. Now, to coordinate with that, because you know I don't like just to make one thing, I like it so that you've got different things to work together. So we've now got an A6 stamp set and a coordinating die. We've got an A6 stamp set and a coordinating die, which if you look at this piece, you can see that the little bugs coordinate with the big bug. So the little bugs, you can create a project on its own, or you can combine them together to give a cohesive design. Thank you, Katie. So it just gives you a cohesive design. So the idea is you can use the little bugs with the big bug. Now you've got coordinating dies with these. So let me show the stamp sets so you can see the size of the stamp sets. So this is an A6 stamp set. Dies as well. But let me show you how you can use the dies to make it easy for you. So just to make it easy for you, let's just get a white piece of card. Let me show you how to use the dies. There are a couple of ways to use the dies. Now you can either cut the die out like I do and then stamp on the top, or you can cut yourself a template like so. And what you do is you take your stamp, and this was on YouTube, Corrie pointed this out. So you can take your stamp set. Let's just stamp the stamp. Let me show you how you can line your dies up, just to make it easy for you. I knew some of you'd love having the dies. Just to make it easy for you, you stamp your bug like so. So there's your bug. And then what you do is you die cut your die. So I've got these. Let me just get the right. I end up getting the wrong one. Let me just get the right one. Let me get the right. Is it that one? Is it that one? No, it isn't that one. It is. I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry. I have to talk to myself. So you've got your dies in your little pack. And what you do is you place your die, preferably the right one. Where's my die pack? Let's get the right die. Let me see if I've cut one of him out. I'm just trying to make sure. So there's your die. Can you see this? You've got your die cut piece. You've got your stamped image. You place your die cut out piece over the top, and then your die slots in to the space, and then you die cut it, and then you die cut it. You can buy them from the stockists or Hochanda. So then your die cut, your die itself fits in the slot, and then you run it through your die cutting machine, and then you've got it lined up. So that's one way to do it. So you stamp, place your die cut template over the top, line it up, and then place your die over the top, and it slots in, and then you run it through your die cutting machine, and then it lines up perfectly. If you don't want it to do it that way, you can cut the die out and stamp on top. You can cut the die out and stamp on top. Now, where's have I just placed that? I did have a little... This is what goes when you move too many things around. There it is. So that just gives you an idea how to use your dies. So you've got all the dies to match your stamp sets, just to give you an idea just how to use your dies. So cut yourself a little template of each of the beetles like so. So cut yourself a little template, and then you can line them up perfectly each time. Just a little tip for you to line them up, just so that you know how to use them should you buy them. So that's your stamp set, and that's your coordinating die. Yeah, so if it never lines up for you, that's the way you get them to line up, just so that you know. So, but don't stress too much if they're not perfectly lined up. Don't stress too much. It's not a problem. So that is your stamp set. I've already lost the plastic already. So we'll move those out the way. And then we'll go to the other books. We've now got an A7 stamp set. I just think it's good to pass these tips on just so that you can see these tips. So we've also got a little A7 stamp set that coordinates with my previous stamp sets. If you got the B stamp set, and you got the Dragonfly stamp set from my previous releases, as requested, I was asked if I could do them in smaller versions. So there you go. There's a smaller bee and a smaller dragonfly. And if you want to change the wings, you can use the wings in the A4 stamp set. So I'm trying to make it that what you've already got can then be used in alternate ways. This little bee will layer on top of the big bee. This dragonfly will layer on top of the big dragonfly. And if you want to shrink them, like Sarah says on Shrink Plastic, they shrink beautifully. So I was requested for little ones. So there you go. There's little ones. So little dragonfly, little bee, and it's called Little Critters. So the smaller versions mean that they coordinate if you've got the other stamp sets. If you haven't, it doesn't matter one jot, because then if you just want the small critters, you've got the small critters. And I added the little text, Little Critters, because I thought that was perfect for adding the text, Little Critters. So I added the little set for you. So that was as requested. Right, let's get on to another stamp set. Now we've got a border stamp set. I'm trying to give... Do I have my B stamp set? Just bear with me a second, Belinda. I'll get you the B stamp set. Just bear with me a second while I get the B stamp set. Let me just get the B stamp set for you, which is the original one, just as Belinda's asked. You can ask as many questions as you like, as long as you're not bothered about being kept quite so long. So there's the difference in B's for you. There's the difference in B's. Just so that you can see the difference. It's no problem at all, Belinda. No problem at all. I'd rather you see what you're spending your pennies on. That's why I've got my tape measure and everything. That's why I've got my tape measure, just so that you can see the difference in sizes. So I will now just plonk that on one side. I'll put my bee back, or else it'll never end up in one place. It'll end up all over the floor. You're very welcome, Belinda. You're very welcome. And then obviously you've got the little bees that are tiny bees that are on there as well. Right. Next is my poppy stamp. No problem at all, Hope. You never know. It's not a problem. This is what it's about, Belinda. Tracy, after the week we're having, it said, oh, bless you, Miriam. Thank you. So, Belinda, you ask away as many questions as you want. At the end of the day, it's a considered purchase whether you buy one stamp or whether you buy all the stamps. So I am here to answer as many questions as possible. Let me get the white card out because you can't see the poppy. There you go. So this poppy is a border stamp. Oh, I do beg your pardon. All the bugs that you've just seen is the 1 day special. This is the second bundle. This is the second bundle. No, this is a second bundle. The poppies are going to be the second bundle. So this poppy is, let me just measure for you. This poppy is 7.5 inches in length. 7.5 inches in length. Oh, thank you. And I just wanted to, do you remember the background stamp I bought out in the October release that had all the postage stamps on? This coordinates with that. I just wish 1 day special was on payday. Exactly, Nicola. You know that's nothing to do with me. You know that's nothing to do with me. I literally designed the stamps. What's the second bundle? I will describe the second bundle for you, Chris, as we go along now. No problem at all. So you've got the poppy heads. This is the second bundle. Let me just bring this, let me just get it out the packaging. You've got these poppies. So you've got the, I'm trying to do it so that your stamp sets work together. So that if you buy something, they work together. They're not a one-trick pony. So let's just bring these in. So the idea is that they work together, okay? So your second bundle, I will show them individually. Your second bundle is going to be this. This is going to be your second bundle, just so that you can see it. This is the second bundle, the poppy border, the A5 poppy set, the watering can A7, and the pots A6. Pots as requested by Chris. So I do try to listen to what you say. So let's just go one at a time. So everything I show you next is in the next bundle. So you've got the poppy heads, and they were hand drawn with some ephemera background. So that's your poppy heads. So I'm glad you like them, Belinda. And then your A5 stamp set is your poppies. So let me just bring in the sample that we're doing for a workshop. Let me just bring in the sample we're doing for a workshop. So this shows the poppies for you. This shows the poppies and the containers. The containers as requested by Chris. I hope I've done them justice. So this is the poppy, one of them. This is the pot. The bird obviously mixes from the previous release, and then I've mixed it with the tag. This is what we're doing on a workshop, but obviously you can replace any of the images with whatever you want. So I wanted to do a journal spread to show something completely different, just so that you can see that you can use whatever you've got. Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you. So just so that you can see them, I haven't got enough room on my desk to show the whole containers, just so you can see. And the design team have done some samples as well. So the design team have done samples as well. And here is the watering can that can also be used as a pot as well. This can also be used as a pot as well. Oh, thank you, Belinda. Thank you, Joe. My head does hurt, Catherine. My head does hurt. Oh, thank you, Jane. Thank you. I do try to consider that everything needs to work with previous releases. So this is why I like to do Facebook Lives, just so you can see the idea of these little stamp sets here is so that those of you that like to do meadow stamping, can do your meadow stamping where you like to create a scene. So that's the idea of the little stamps, so that you can create like a scene as well. Well spotted, Kim. So that is still the second bundle. The second bundle also includes an A7 stamp set. Let me just take this out for you. It also includes an A7 stamp set. Let me just take the plastic. I just have this plastic everywhere. Wrong way, Tracy. Just so you can see that. And can you see it's also got the postage marks on? It's also got the postage marks on to coordinate with the poppy. It's also got the postmarks on to coordinate with the poppy and to coordinate with my background stamp from the October release. Just so that you realise I have thought about what you've already got. So the idea is that it coordinates with that. No idea whether my white background, just so you can see, coordinates with that because it's got those postmarks on. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. And obviously you can cut that open and then slot things inside as well. Thank you, Sachu. So that you can slot things inside as well. Let me just stamp that one because you can't see it particularly well. Let me just stamp that one. Where's my acrylic block? Let's just stamp this just so that you can see. Have I got enough room on there? No, let me get another piece of card. let me just stamp this watering can so you can see it a little bit better. Oh, bless Fiona. So just so that you can just see what it looks like when it's stamped, because I think there's nothing better than when you see something stamped. Oh, thank you, Karen, thank you. Just so you can see what it's like when it's stamped. And this is an A7 stamp set. There you go, just so that you can see the detail on the stamp set. And then it just gives that detail for you. Obviously, it's nice if you stamp it straight, but hey, you're not getting straight stamping and a demonstration of stamps. You didn't expect that, did you? You know, you didn't expect it to be straight stamping, did you? But that just gives you the detail of the stamp. And the idea is that this works with all your flowers. It works with all your flowers as well. So if you just wanted to buy the A7 stamp set, everything works with everything else you've already got. So I do try to think about your other stamp sets as well, because that's important to me. And also it's important because that's how I like to use stamp sets as well. Thank you, Rizwana. Thank you, Rizwana. So that is still the second bundle. And this is the final stamp set in the second bundle. This is the final stamp set in the second bundle. Now, a while back, I was asked for figure 1 to figure 4 in smaller font. I was asked in smaller font. So this is a smaller font of the figure 1 to the figure 4, because I was asked for that in a smaller font. Thank you, Cara, thank you. And these are the containers. I can tell you what size the biggest container is. The biggest container is, in proportion, it's almost 3 inches, almost 3 inches. And the little squat one is just over 1.5 inches, just so that you've got a variety. So that's almost 3, and that little squat one is just over 1.5 inches. So the figure 1 to figure 4, I was asked if I could do it in a smaller font. So that's what I've done. I've done it in a smaller font as requested. And then you've got the sentiment grow in the background. So that's what I'm thinking, Shabnese. If you've got the flower stamps, then if you want to make your flower stamps look a little bit different, then you've got these. I wanted them without backgrounds. Spot on, Kim, well spotted. They're without backgrounds on purpose. They're without backgrounds, so you can stamp them onto decorative paper. You can stamp the figure 1 inside the pots. The idea is that then you can mix and match them. The idea is also, can you view fast all new stamps, etc. again? We will do, yes. So the idea is that if you can only afford this A6 stamp, this means that this A6 stamp will make your flower stamps look completely different. So if that's all you can afford, it will make them look completely different. And that is the second bundle. That is the second bundle. Okay? And then there's a third bundle. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Jill. And then there is a third bundle. There is a third bundle. Oops. The third bundle is my washi tapes. I'm sorry, this is going to take a while. I know it can be quite tiring, but this is going to take a while. There is a third bundle. There is a third bundle, which is my washi tape. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. So this is a third bundle. This is my washi tape. So let me get some white card, because it's neither use nor ornament if you can't see them. So let's go through them one at a time. So let's do the beetle one first. I'm sorry if, you know, beetles are not your thing, but there's the beetle die cut. Can you see the die cut beetle? And I've added the washi tape to the die cut beetle. So that's a beetle that I've die cut out of the washi tape. So you can also use your beetle that way. It doesn't have to be a different way. So this is your beetle die cut out of the washi tape. So it's die cut out of the washi tape. And let me show you the washi tape. This is the washi tape. I'll just try and hold it up steady, just so you can see that. So can you see? And it's repeatable. So if you just want to use the bit of text with your background, you can use it with your bit of text. If you don't want to use the beetles, you can use the beetles on their own, or you can use them together. But if you die cut your beetle, you can die cut your beetle out of any washi tape that you have. So if you've got washi tapes with words from Abs's previous release, the idea is you can cut the beetles out of the words. So that's your first washi tape. This is the third bundle that's on her chanda. So there's your first one. Here's your second washi tape. Sorry, I didn't tell you the width. I always get so excited. So this is 1 inches. That's 1 inch. 1 inch washi tape. This one, the next washi tape, coordinates with your birds, and this is thicker. This is a thicker washi tape, and it's got the words nature, bird song, bird, fly free. It coordinates with your stamp set perfectly. Oh, thank you, Yvonne. But this coordinates with your stamp set exactly, apart from the fact it's obviously downsized. So this coordinates with your stamp set perfectly. The idea is that when you spend your money, you're going to use your products because you've got the stamp set. Even if you haven't got the stamp set, you can use the washi tape on its own. But I'm also trying to think of you if you've already bought the stamp set and you want to make your designs look different. So that's 1, and that's 1.5 inches, I think. Let me just check. No, that's just, hang on, that's 1 inch. So this must be 3/4. Look, it's slightly different. Can you see the difference in size? So that's the beetle one, that's the bird one. So you can see there's a difference in size. Okay, and then we have a third washi tape, and this one is horticultural. This is to go with all your designs. Let me get my sample. Let me get my sample. It's on the edges of this sample. This is a horticultural one with just numbers and berries and horticultural. Oh, thank you, Holly. I'm trying to give you as much variety as possible that will work with your products you've already got. So this is like a pinky red, so that it goes with the products you've already got. Lynn, unfortunately, I'm not party to how much things are going to cost. Her Chanda will do a deal on the big bundle, but unfortunately, I don't get that information. I'm ever so sorry. I don't get that information. I don't get the information about how much things are. I do apologise. So just so you can see, can you see they're all a different size? Exactly, Hope, yes. But they're all a different size, just so you can see. So we'll leave those there so you can see the difference in sizes. Let's not waste any of that tape. Can't waste any. Just so you can see the difference in sizes. And then we've got the other one, and this one is in neutral, like a beigey, mauvey colour. So it's a different colour format. It's in like beiges and mauves. So it's in like beiges. Just so you can see the birds. If I just open that out a bit more, just so you can see that. That's in like browns and vintage tones. Just so you've got a vintage one, should you like to do the more vintage projects, or you like the more vintage tones, whichever you prefer. Just roll that back just so you can see. And again, that is that size. And then just to take it up another level, can I put my cardboard box next to you? And then we've got a wide one that you can also die cut pieces out of but also gives you a background element. And it's got the word plant, like your Great Outdoors stamp set. Oh, thank you, Hope. Thank you, Diane. So the idea is that these will coordinate with all your stamp sets, so that it, you know, we've thought about it. I haven't just chucked them together. The idea is that everything blends, works together, coordinates together. Now, you can just tear a little bit of this washi tape. You don't have to use the whole thing. You can tear a little bit, so they'll last you quite a long time. And this one is wider. So if I put them all together, you can see that it's a lot wider. Let me just place that there, so you can see that's there. Oh, thank you, Kim. So that shows you your different sizes. Now, all the washi tapes, I think, are on Hochanda, even though my sewing stamps aren't. So here's the sewing one that goes with my sewing stamps that are not on Hochanda. The sewing ones are not on Hochanda. So this is my sewing one. And then I'll explain the sewing ones to you afterwards. This is my sewing washi tape. The washi tape is on Hochanda, I think. I'm sure the washi tape is. I don't know whether they've just put them on or... But this is the sewing washi tape. Where are we supposed to put all our crafting stash? So the sewing ones will be available from stockists, but they're not on Hochanda. So you've got 3 bundles on Hochanda. Yes, you will, Sarah. They will be on another time, but probably not till the new year. But the stockists have got these. Let me bring these in. The stockists have got these. So this is my first set. James will have the sewing ones, yes. But the sewing ones aren't on Hochanda because there's already 3 bundles on Hochanda and it'll just be too much. But so you've got the washi tapes on Hochanda, the beetles on Hochanda, the poppies on Hochanda, and these are also released today as well. Now, why did I release sewing ones? I released sewing ones, 1, because I adore sewing imagery, and 2, because I've already got a tape measure stamp set out, and I've already got another dress form stamp set that's already out. So I've already got stamp sets out that would coordinate with these, and I wanted to extend the range. But let's think outside the box. Let's think outside the box. Just think about these thimbles as plant pots. These thimbles could be plant pots. So these could be a plant pot. The birds could stand on the thimbles. So your birds could stand on the thimbles. So they go with the previous release, but also your birds could stand on the thimbles, and the thimbles could be a plant pot. So they could also be a plant pot. So you could put your flowers in them as a plant pot. So they could be a plant pot as well. But also your scissors, these scissors, the birds could also stand on the scissors. So your bird could stand on the scissors and be a steampunk bird. Oh, brilliant, Jill. Thank you. That's the whole idea, that they go with the previous release. And if you wanted the steampunk bird, I'm thinking outside the box, the steampunk bird could stand on the scissors. What numbers are the previous stamps? I will find them for you afterwards, Hope. I will find them for you afterwards, Hope. Just remind me. So this is called Tailoring, and this is stamp set 403. This is an A6 stamp set, and your stockists, if they've ordered these, will have them in stock. So your stockists will have these in stock if they've ordered them. And the wording says thimbles and scissors. So I haven't just chucked these together. The idea is they work with what I've already got. Now, if you don't mind waiting a couple of minutes, I'll show you the previous stamps. Bear with me a second. I've just got to look in my little crate. So just talk to yourselves just a little bit while I try and find, there we go, there's one. Just talk to yourselves a few moments. Just talk to yourselves a few moments. Just talk to yourselves. The idea between my new release was that they coordinate with these stamp sets. So the idea is it was coordinating with these stamp sets. Now, when I release, they could be bells as well, Karen. When I release a stamp set, I don't want you to ever think I'm ever going to release a stamp set and not try to give you more variety. So that's the idea behind this washi tape. This washi tape was to go with these stamp sets as well. And the pattern pieces on stamp set 110 and 260, correct, Kim? Absolutely. So the idea is that these scissors coordinate with those scissors as well. So it's all been thought out so that it goes, hi Brian, so that it goes with everyone. So that it just goes with everything. Sorry about that, Margaret. Obviously, you're aware that, you know, part of my job is to obviously sell the stamp sets. I'm aware this is a considered purchase. I'm aware of that. And as you always know, I always say make sure that you pick what you're going to use. So what numbers, Tracy, please? So the numbers of the previous ones are 245 and 235. 245 and 235. So now to go with that, you want another bit of a selection. So I've got an A7 stamp set because you want a little bit more to go with them, don't you? Of course you do. Of course you do. So we've got an A7 stamp set. So you've got a little A7 stamp set. And you've got a cotton reel, a smaller pair of scissors, which are real vintage scissors, and you've got a button. Yeah, there was an early A4 stamp set with a pattern on, but if you look at, bear with me a second, where's it gone? Where's that stamp set gone? Just bear with me a second, I'm trying to find stamp sets for you. Bear with me. And this stamp set that I released in October, this stamp set that I released in October has also got a pattern on. So this has also got a pattern on. I'm trying to make it so everything goes with everything. So this one has also got a pattern on that coordinates. And the postmarks that go with the poppies. I'm trying not to waffle too much and it's impossible, isn't it really? But I've got the pattern here and the postage stamps here. The idea is it goes with the poppies and the sewing ones. So that you think, so that you realise I've not just chucked them together. So this is an A7 stamp set and that button is big enough to be threaded with thread. So it's big enough to be threaded with thread. Bless you, Belinda. So the button isn't small, it's not diddy. You can actually thread it with thread. So the idea is you can thread it with the thread. So that's why it's a little bit bigger, so you can add threads to it. Oh, bless your hope. Right, and then of course, you want more to go with your stamp sets. So I had to release, bear with me a second, I had to release some vintage ladies. Not that you can see because I've stamped them for you just so you can see. I had to release some vintage ladies. Oh, I'm losing everything here now. So I've released some vintage ladies. Oh yes, the button can definitely be threaded. And we've got Sewing Forever, Housework Whenever, Sewing Mends the Soul, Weird and Wonderful, because that's me. Very voguish, yes. And the idea is that you can use parts of the image as well. So this little image here could be a card in itself. And so could this. Or so could the woman. The idea is that you can use them on their own. And let me just bring in a sample I've started. This is on fabric, just so you can see it on fabric. Just so you can see. So I've stamped them onto fabric. So I'm trying to make it so that you've got something that goes with absolutely every other release you've already had. And now this release brings everything together. So this release that I've brought out now for my second part of November now brings all my release since day one together. So it means that every stamp that I've released has got something to go with it. So that now brings everything together. It means that I've bought something away. I've bought something together for everything. So every set's got a theme. So every set's got a theme. So they are on fabric. But doesn't she stamp lovely on fabric? I think she stamps lovely on fabric. They're great on fabric, aren't they? Yes, I use Versacraft as well, Alison. But when you use your Versacraft, don't forget to prime your stamp first, because you won't get a good impression if you try to do it straight away. Oh, thank you, Tracy. So that is, I've tried to do as many samples as I can. There just isn't enough hours in the day. I need a few more hours in the day. So that completes my release. But what I want to do is just spend, what a tip of a room. Aren't they? I just think they're lovely. I'm so chuffed with them. And these are real vintage patterns. These are real vintage patterns in the background. And the numbers, that little bit of alphabet is from the background stamps. Just so you realise that everything coordinates. Versacraft is an ink pad for fabric. Versacraft is an ink pad for fabric. I could do with a few more days, Tracy. I just waffle too much. I take up too much of your time. VersaFine works on fabric if you don't want it to be permanent. If you don't need it to be permanent or washed, then it's fine. So she has indeed, Chris, she's got the little alphabet that I did. She's got it on her dress. Just so that you realise that every detail, I try to make sure that my stamp sets have now come all together. So from stamp set 1 to this stamp set in November have now been all bought together. Thank you, Karen. So that's those. I just want to showcase Absy's stencils. So while I'm showcasing Absy's stencils, if you've got any questions or there's anything you want to see or I've gone too quickly, just let me know. Oh, bless you, Chris. I'm very aware it's a considered purchase. I know that. I'm a crafter as well. I know that. But obviously part of my job is to showcase the stamps. So I hope that's okay. I'm now going to showcase some of Absy's stencils that are being released on the shows. Some of Absy's stencils are also going to be released during the shows. As if I know I've only got 10,000 stencils. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you. But I don't want to miss Abs out because Absy's worked hard on stencils. So the two stencils that are going to be on my show, where are we now, are these two. We've got nodes, which I love. I love the nodes, which has been used in my background here. I've used the nodes stencil in the background. I just love I love that one. I love the nodes. So that's been used in my craft desk, typical. There are some cracking stencils in this release, I agree. So we've got Absy's nodes. Stencils are so versatile. In fact, they will be on the one-day special. They will. Thank you, Abs. So they will be in the one-day special. So this is neurons and nodes. I will show you the others as well. And just so you can see them, this one has not got any straight edges. So I love that. And I just love the random circles, and it works really well. I love it. Oh, obviously, we always need more stencils. I can't craft without stencils. You must be joking. And then this one, you can see touches of it in the background on my project. You can see touches of it in my project on the background. This one I found really versatile. I found it so versatile. It just goes with everything. It goes with everything. So I love that one. And that one is called the neurons. So I really liked that one. I must have something I can sell. Do I need furniture apart from in my craft? No. Of course you don't need furniture. But this one is one of them stencils that goes with every project. So it doesn't matter whether I use my vintage ladies or whether I use my bugs or whether I use the poppies. It just goes with everything they do. It just goes with everything. So those two are in the one-day special. So they go with everything. Now, I think I'm right in saying that the next stencils I show you are on Janet's show. I think that's right. So these are the other stencils that are on. Oh, no, there's this one as well that's in my show. The Pebble Pile. The Pebble Pile. Now, the Pebble Pile. Yeah, we need a washi tape holder. Yes. So the Pebble Pile, the neurons is brill, isn't it, James? The neuron is brill. But this Pebble Pile, I particularly like because you can stamp parts of the backgrounds into the circles. So you can stamp parts of the background into the circles. So I love that. My eldest daughter asked what I wanted for Christmas, and I picked a couple of stamps and some paint and possibly a stencil. Oh, brilliant, Alison. But I can't wait for Christmas. So we've also got the Pebble one, which is brilliant for adding detail inside. All my new stencils are in the one-day special shows. Thanks, you Abs. So all the stencils, oh, crikey. I can't keep up with everything. So all these will be available. All these will be available. And again, no straight edge. No straight edge. So it gives you a nice random feel. And if you look at the stamps, you can stamp parts of your backgrounds inside the pebbles. So you can stamp them inside each of the pebbles. So that works brilliantly. And of course, he didn't stamp there. He didn't stop there. But let me just get this one out. Let me just get this one out so you can see, because they're better out the packaging. Let me get this one. Now this, I think, goes perfectly with Absy's washi tapes as well. This goes perfectly. The neurons is stencil 104. The stencil 104 is neurons. Is stencil 104 is neurons. And the nodes is stencil 100. And then this one, I love this one, is going to be on the show. The components. I think this goes with washi tape. I think this goes with the washi tape. Was this a free gift? I have no idea. I've got this as a new stencil. Perhaps Abs will tell me. Perhaps I'm not supposed to have this. I'm sure this is one of the new stencils. I'm sure this is released in the one-day special as well. I have no idea. I'll just make it up as I go along. I've got that stencil anyway. Yes, because it's numbered. Yes, it's in the one-day special. It's numbered, components 107. But I think this goes with Abs's washi tape because he's got the crosses and I think it goes with his washi tape brilliantly. And his tribal stencil, I agree, Belinda. And then we've got this stencil. We've got stencil 106. Stencil 106. Oh, there you go then. So we've got stencil 106, which is interconnect. Interconnect. So the interconnect is also a stencil. These are going to be on my show. These are going to be on my show. Exactly, it would go with the bees, Belinda. It would go with the bees, absolutely. And again, I like it because it's random. So this area is open. So I love the fact that it's open. And it would go with the bugs, absolutely. So Abs is also part of the one-day special and the weekend wow. So these have now been bought out as stencils because they're numbered 106. So that is numbered. Now, is there anything you want to see again? I know somebody asked to see the samples again, so I will show the samples again. Are you robbing a bank, Serena? I could eat some honeycomb. So I was asked to show the samples again at the end, just so that you know. But this is one of the samples. As you can see, it's got Abs's stencil in the background. And it's actually got Abs's stencil with texture paste. But it's difficult to pick it up on the camera because it's in white. So it's difficult to pick that up. But it's also in texture paste. So it's difficult to pick it up. But it definitely is there in the white texture paste as well. So I'm just going to show the designs. There's Abs's washi tape, which would go brilliantly with this stencil. Which would go brilliantly with that stencil. I just love his washi tape. You want to see the bug stamps, please? I missed the start. No problem. I'll just show the samples and then I'll show the bugs. I'll show the bugs. So here's the samples. I'll just pile the samples up as I go along. So there's your vintage ladies. Just so you can see the samples quickly and then I'll show you the bugs. Can you use Inktense pencils and Versacraft? Yes, you can. You can use Inktense pencils with the Versacraft. That's what I've done here. That's Inktense pencils and Versacraft ink. But you have to heat set the Versacraft ink. You have to heat set the Versacraft ink to make it permanent. So that's what I've done. So there's my next sample. Just bringing in the samples so that you can see them. No problem, Sue. No problem at all. Just bringing in the samples so that you can see the samples. So you can see what we made. I'll just move these out the way. My room is an absolute tip. And then just so you can see the samples. That is the bug journal page. That is the bug journal page. The programmes start tomorrow morning at 9 AM with a weekend wow. And then I have a one-day special at 6 PM tomorrow. I have a one-day special at 6 PM tomorrow. So this is the one journal page. And then the workshop one that we're doing in January is this one. So this is the workshop that we're doing in January. And this, you can use whatever you want, but I've used my new release. I've used my new release. And as you can see, I've stood the bird on the scissors. I've stood the bird on the scissors just to show that they work together. And I just need to show the A4 stamp set again because I think it was Gina that hadn't seen it. So I'll just get the A4 bugs again. So this was the A4 bugs. Was it Gina that said she didn't see the A4 bugs? This was the A4 bugs stamp set. So this is part of the 1-day special. This is a square size journal, Belinda. 8.5 by 8.5 by Diane Reevely. But I think it was Gina that hadn't seen the A4 stamp set. Did you see the little bugs as well, Gina? And then we've got the little bugs and the die. Did you see them, Gina? Bye, Philippa. So you've got the bugs and all the wings are separate. So yes, it was the Diane Reevely journal. Bye, Brian. Just so you can see that. Is there anybody else that's got any questions? Is there anything I've missed out? I've done washies. I've done Absy stencils. Janet is going live at 8 o'clock. Leonie is doing the shows. Leonie is doing my shows at 6 p.m, 8 p.m, then 8 a.m, midday and 4 on Saturday. Recording so can go back. Brilliant, Lynn. Brilliant. So, yes, so that's what Gina missed. So did you miss these as well, Anne? So the bugs, as you can see, they're all individual. They're all individual. So you've got this one, which is a huge stamp set. This is huge. That's a huge stamp set. And then you've got the bugs separately. Can you show the poppies? I can show the poppies. So that's the bugs. And these bugs are A6. These bugs are A6 with a matching die. So I'll just get the poppies again. Just get the poppies. Where did I chuck them? Just get the poppies. The poppies are here. So these are the poppies. Let's just turn them round. If you need anything measuring, just let me know. These are the poppies. Thank you, Jenny. Oh, thank you, Katie. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Beverly. And happy birthday for tomorrow, Beverly. Happy birthday for tomorrow. So, hello, Olga. Hello there. Did I miss you? So this is the poppy ones. Just so you can see. Really good size. He's fab, that bug is. He's just fantastic. I just love him in the samples. Do you know, I keep dumping everything everywhere. I think you can get to see how big the bug is compared to the little bugs in this sample. And plant pots too. Yes, we've got plant pots too. So plant pots as well. There's just so much. What are the numbers, please? The numbers of what, Neat? What are the numbers of anything in particular? Is there anything in particular that you wanted the numbers of? Oh, thank you, Margaret. Yes, happy birthday to Beverly for tomorrow. Thank you, Eugenie. Thank you. Now, Neat wants numbers. I don't know what numbers Neat wants, but Neat wants numbers. Oh, thank you, Olga. I was just reading that then. Oh, the brown blue journal page. And we've done journal pages as well, Olga. We've done journal pages as well with the bugs. Olga loves the bugs. Olga loves the bugs, so I'll have to show Olga the bugs. How poppies play with bottles. Daisy set. Yes, it will. The stamps you have on now. Okay. The stamps I have on now. So we've got stamp set 401, which is the pots. That's stamp set 401. So the pots are stamp set 401. And the poppies are stamp set 395. And the border is 447. I'll leave those there so you can see. Yes, happy birthday to Beverly for tomorrow. So those are those. I need that Distress Oxide spray. I love that Distress Oxide spray. That Distress Oxide spray is just lovely. I just love it. Oh, thank you, Liz Celeste. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jill. Just had my birthday. Didn't get money, though. Oh, that's not very good, is it, Margaret? 447 is gorgeous. I absolutely love 447. But then again, I'm bound to love them all, aren't I? So have I answered all your questions, all your queries? Don't forget that Janet Klein is on Vera Lane Group Studio. She's showing her release. And just so that you know, you've got little Tracy and little Abs on her chanda. Little Tracy and little Abs on her chanda. I don't have any sprays yet. It was frayed burlap. Yes, it was, Belinda. It was frayed burlap. It was frayed burlap. Oh, bless your hope. So have I answered everybody's questions? Have I answered everything I need to answer? I missed the washi tapes. So the washi tapes, I'll just go through them quickly because I'm not in a rush. I don't mind, Valerie. The washi tapes I can show you. So we've got one with birds on, Valerie. We've got one with, you're very welcome, Neat. So for this is for Valerie Parker. So we've got one washi tape with the birds on in black and white. So we've got one washi tape in black and white. I don't mind as many questions as you've got. And we've also got the little red one, which is the horticultural, which is just horticultural. So that's the horticultural one. This is for Valerie, and that's a bit blurred. So let's move these out the way because then it'll stop the picture going blurred. So that's the horticultural one. You're very welcome, Shelley. Thank you. I'm just showing these for Valerie. That's the horticultural tape. And that's slightly narrower. So if I just leave them there, you can see the size. We've then got the birds in the vintage tones. Thank you, Anne. Thank you. Oh, I'm definitely using them. They're just lovely. And you can cut the bugs out of the washi tape. That's the bug cut out of the washi tape. Bye for now, Lynette. So that's the little bug cut out the washi tape. So you can see he's cut out the washi tape. I'm just doing this for Valerie because Valerie missed these. Absolutely, decorate envelopes. We've then got a wider one, which is great for backgrounds as well, which was wonderful for mixed media. Mixed media, adding layers. So it's just, my weekend's taken care of as well. Then just add the big one there. Then we've got the beetle washi tape, Valerie. The beetle washi tape, which I've die cut the beetle out of. Oops. The beetle washi tape that I've die cut the beetle out of. Oh, bless you, Sachu. Thank you. So that's the beetle washi tape. My God, I can waffle for England. And finally, I've got my sewing washi tape. My sewing one. Oh, yes, planners as well. Planners as well. Do you like them, Valerie? Oh, thank you. Bless you, Lee. Thank you. Thank you. So that is my release complete. So I hope you enjoyed that. I will try and do a demo tomorrow with one of the stamp sets on the AALLandCreate Facebook page tomorrow. I will try to do a Facebook Live tomorrow at 3:30 on the AALLandCreate Facebook page. I'll try and make a sample and I will show the stamp sets again. So I will try and do another one tomorrow on the AALLandCreate Facebook page just to showcase them again. Just in case you think of some questions. In case you think of questions or you want something measuring, I'll be on the AALLandCreate Facebook page tomorrow. So thanks everybody. Thank you for joining me. And I'll see you all tomorrow. And hopefully you can join Janet. So I'll see you all tomorrow, everybody. Bye for now. Bye everybody, and thank you for your support. Thank you for all your support. Bye.